Hello, and welcome to JT Money, Jesse Taylor's vlog. This is probably my last trading vlog for Battlegrounds 1 MMA fight series. Their first show, getting started with a kickstart October 3rd, and I'm in the 8-man tournament they're doing. Very excited about that. It's called Battlegrounds MMA 1, their first show, 8-man tournament in Oklahoma, and it'll be live on pay-per-view and also streamed online. So what can I say? What can I say, folks? I'm stoked. I'm ready to do this. El Bombero, JT Money, Jesse Taylor, coming to you live from sunny San Diego, California, right here on my Battlegrounds. Look at that, baby. Look at that. You see that? I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. Getting lean, baby. Getting lean and mean to tear people's heads off. So, by popular demand, I'm bringing you my final training vlog. This is my last one, probably before my fight. Today it's Saturday. Just watched my son's football game. SD, baby. El Bombero. And this will probably be my last training vlog before I become Battlegrounds' first ever tournament champion at welterweight. So what can I say? I'm excited, I'm pumped. This is the first time in years that I've gone to welterweight. I've done welterweight before, but I was stupid, I've fought, very high-level guys. I smashed Drew Fickett at welterweight, I think one of my best performances, and then I kind of, highs and lows. I had a really bad weight cut. I was totally injured once, and then I fought Jay Haran on 4 days' notice. I thought that was a good fight. I thought it could have went either way, personally, but if I had more time for that, I would have smashed him. But cutting 30 pounds on a rough hangover on 4 days is not always smart. I've got a little older since then, dabbled back at middleweight, and I think I'm best in the world at middleweight too, and welterweight for that matter. But middleweight, I'm not running for middleweight. I'll still maybe go back to middleweight if an opportunity presents itself, but I am an opportunist, and being a wrestler, a luchador, we take advantage of opportunities. This opportunity came to me at 170 pounds. I took full advantage of it. It's a tournament, and I really like this style of fighting. I think it's a kind of a throwback to the UFC days, which is incredibly awesome. And to fight, hopefully 3 times one night, that's the goal. One fight at a time, though. Against stiff competition, every one of those guys in this tournament is tough. Everyone will be beaten, but this is a challenge, it's like a bucket list thing. Who could say they fought 3 fights in one night, beat 3 people up in one night? That's an awesome story to tell my grandkids, and an awesome legacy to leave behind. So I got some questions here, hang on a second, that need to be addressed. First and foremost, I get this question quite a bit. What's it been like to fight outside of the UFC? Well, let me tell you, it is hard. It is a struggle. But I am a fighter. I don't give up. This is what I was born to do. After doing my first fight, I didn't know I'd be a fighter. But after that first fight I've ever done in my career, I knew I was going to be a fighter, man. I love it. It's like wrestling times 20 because you could punch people in the face and choke their asses out. So I like that stuff. But since I left the UFC, it's been tough. I had to really, really fight all the time. I fought, any fight I could take. Never said no to a fight. I'm doing this. I love to do this, don't get me wrong, but I also it pays the bills for the kids, so I got to fight all the time. And if you're a fighter, you should fight all the time. You shouldn't say no to fights. You should have balls and take a challenge when it's presented and accept the challenge. But since I left the UFC, like anyone will tell you who's fought there, it is tough to fight outside the UFC. Very, very, very hard. But if you have balls and you're willing to fight anyone and you beat some of those guys, you can make a career out of it. And It's been good or bad because it's not as stable as the UFC, but it's presented me to travel the world, fight way tougher competition. If I went the Ultimate Fighter route, I fought the best in the world all over the place, in all the shows. Just take a look at my record. I think it speaks for itself. And I've taken the chance. And sometimes I win them, sometimes I lose them, but that's life, you know. And that's why I'm excited for this opportunity as well. But it's been hard, you know. You gotta kind of take any fight that that you can get outside the UFC if you want to make money and actually make this a job. You gotta really be a hustler and really go out there and look for fights and always fight. I had an awesome opportunity to fight in pretty much every single major big show. Right now I'm also signed to the World Series of Fighting, a great show. I'm proud to represent them. But first and foremost, I'm a Battlegrounds MMA 1 fighter come next Saturday, which I plan on taking that title. But yeah, outside the UFC, it's been hard. I mean, you got to ask yourself if you really want this. If you're not in the UFC, you got to ask yourself, how bad do you really want to fight? And I've unfortunately had to ask myself that many times if I really want this, because it's hard to make a career outside the UFC. Luckily, I have a thing called fortitude, which has made me keep going. And it's been good or bad, you know. It's been tough, but I'm Mr. International. I've been all over the world, to Australia and back, to Japan and back, to Bahrain and back, to Poland and back, to Costa Rica and Panama and back, of course, to Canada, the Northern Hemisphere and back. I've been everywhere and everywhere since the UFC. So it's been hard, but it's definitely made an adventure, an incredible story. The soul loves a story, and I got stories to tell and many journeys I have made. So if you're willing to travel and you're willing to take a risk, you could definitely have some fun at this. But it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of perseverance, and it's been good or bad. The good is I got to travel the world and see the world, and see all these great places. Life has found me again down at 170. I think a natural weight class. I think I'm a true, solid, big 170 pounder instead of a kind of undersized middleweight. Never really cut weight at all at middleweight, at all. Pretty much I'll eat every single meal and just get the weight off. So at welterweight, I'm actually cutting. I'm dieting. I'm hungry. I am hungry right now. I want to eat someone's face off. But it's been hard. Another question I want to address, that's the UFC issue. So since I've been there, it's been a struggle, but I got to see the world because of it. And if you really want this, you can make the dream happen. Saying that, it would be nice to show how good I am at my true weight class. And at 170, I believe I'm the best in the world and middleweight. But if I went back to the UFC, it would have to be 170. And I think after all the fights I've been in, they couldn't say no to me. But one fight at a time, and that's the plan that starts next Saturday. Battlegrounds 1 MMA is presenting me with an awesome opportunity, a dream of mine, to get involved in a tournament like this since I first watched the UFC in the 6th grade at the Polakov's house on a VHS tape. So to be able to do this is rad. I think at middleweight I'm top 20 in the world. At welterweight, I would be surprised if I wasn't, but by having a dominating performance, people will see that I'm definitely a top 10 fighter. And it all starts Saturday, and I just have to show up, bring my true self, my true form, and just be, and definitely come up here with a strong mental game, because that's what this kind of tournament style fight's all about. You got to be very mentally strong. So this kind of lets the world see that I'm top 10 in the world, that I deserve to be in there the best, and what better way to prove it by fighting 3 times in one night. I'm looking very forward to the challenge, and I'm ready for this new adventure, this never-ending tale of highs and lows, of ups and downs, of the true life of a fighter in any situation. And as Saturday comes, I embark on a new journey, a true test to the will of man. Thank you for this opportunity, Battlegrounds. I will not let you down. Thank you, and here I come.